Does live video turn into reels? How long is too long for a pre-recorded video to upload? What is the longest determined length of a reel? Can I go beyond 90 seconds? If you upload a longer video, say 1 to 10 minutes, as a post, does it turn into a reel? Can you save your Instagram Live to your device? What is the ratio of live watchers versus reel watchers? And what is the point of each? And if a tree falls in the forest, does it make any sound? I'm answering all these questions and more, except for the tree, from a behind-the-scenes mentorship Zoom call as members keep the questions flying and we hash out details of posting live video and pre-recorded video. Asking questions is key to furthering your growth, no matter what stage you are in your Instagram journey. As we all know, Instagram gives us plenty of fodder for questions, and I love exploring what they've come up with next. Sometimes my members even teach me. Here's everything you wanted to know about video and more. Welcome to the Authentic Online Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Ruthie Gray, and now listen in.
Welcome to Authentic Online Marketing with Ruthie Gray. Growing awareness for your blog, podcast, book, or product involves more than dancing to reels and yelling, "Buy my thing." This show models quality over glamour so you can put your spin on your message and market in a way that feels authentic to you, because nobody wants to sound like an infomercial. And now, here's your host, Ruthie Gray.
I have a question, Ruthie, about lives. Done a few of them, but I've definitely noticed that the eyes on my lives is significantly lower than on my reels. So I'm doing for Lent, I'm doing this prayer labyrinth journey, which is a virtual going through a labyrinth with engaging our different senses. So I do it live and then I post it and I put the notes and everything just like I do for a reel. But I noticed the numbers were terrible, 40, where typically I'm at least in the hundreds of something. So that's typical for a live. And
that
then
is
my
typical
question
for a live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then should I, instead of doing a live, should I just plain old record it and post it as a reel?
You might want to try that because if your lives aren't super well attended, that's part of the key. If they're not super well attended, Instagram's really not going to push it out. So that quick consumable content is what people are looking for, which you're still not going to do on a live, but you could definitely make a 4-minute reel.
So that was I thought you had said that before. So if I just video on my camera, which I had to do anyway in order to be able to post it to Facebook, because a live will only post to Instagram. It doesn't post to Facebook. So I had to do that anyway. But what I'm hearing you say is and it's about 4.5 minutes. So I can still download that as a reel onto Instagram without getting all chopped up.
Well, let me rephrase that. You can upload a video to Instagram and it turns into a reel.
Yes. Okay. So I have a video and I upload it as a reel.
Yeah.
And I would upload that as a reel, right? Or like when instead of doing a post or a live, I just go to the reel button and then upload it.
Just upload it as a post.
Oh, okay.
Just upload it as a post, but it turns into a reel.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Really? No, but I'm going to try it.
I'm glad you talked about that because I was wondering the same thing. I had a longer one time and I was like, what happened? How do you now do this? And I couldn't figure it out. So you literally just upload the video as a post and it goes to reel. They make it so simple yet difficult.
I know.
That's their whole goal.
And then you can share that post to your stories because stories get a lot of traction.
Yeah, sure.
And I was able to share the live, it just as a snippet onto my stories. It's such a unique kind of thing. And I think it has huge potential for making a meaningful walk for people, including myself, through Lent. So I don't want people to not see it, but 44 people on a live.
Yeah. You want to maximize your work there. I do want to, I see that Suzette keeps raising her hand. So let's see.
Okay. Yeah.
What she has.
I just want to clarify. So when you upload it to a post, it's only going to be in your feed and you can send it to stories, but it is also going to go to Reels because it's been converted? It'll be in both places. I have to try it to see. So
I'm
put
going
it
to
in
go
a
ahead and
post.
say, I don't know. They told us that Instagram said a while back that all video turns into Reels. And I know lives turn into Reels.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So they show up on your Reels tab.
Apparently.
Okay.
Somebody check it out.
Yeah. I would be so thrilled to have 40 watching a live or a reel. I'd be thrilled to have 40.
And to clarify, they didn't watch. There was only 2 that were live.
She meant
There
all
have been
told.
44 views
Yeah.
since I posted it yesterday.
Okay. That was
Which
another
is-
thing.
That's a pretty small number.
Yeah. I was interested to see what was the replay numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
44
So-
was the replay number.
Okay.
Naomi,
Sorry, guys. I'm going
go
to chime
ahead.
in real quick on the video. Yes, I tried to post a video, and now if you post one, no matter what you push, whether you push post, whether you push reels, no matter what, it's going to go to a reel and it's going to shorten it to 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is a bit frustrating.
Oh,
Because I tried to. So I think that sometimes is the only positive of doing the live is because then it will share to your feed as a longer form video. Now, I've only done that 2 times and I was uber frustrated. So don't take it as the gospel truth, but maybe try to put a post up that's longer than 1 minute and 30 and see if it'll actually let you do it before you put in all the work of videoing it and then trying to post it and it won't post.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
idea.
Doesn't it give you the options to push keep watching?
In my experience thus far, no,
Oh, wow. Okay.
because they've changed their video to where you can't even post a video that doesn't just automatically go to a reel, which is, in my personal opinion, uber annoying, even though I don't really post anything that's that long. Anyway, you know what I mean? So,
Jennifer, you could do it as a little series. Maybe you could do part of it Monday, part of it Tuesday, part of it Wednesday, whatever, to get your
I think-
4 minutes in.
and I think something to consider too about reels, just because you're looking and you're seeing that there's 400 people or 2,000 people or whatever that put their eyes on it, that doesn't always equate to your people. And I try to
Okay.
remind myself of that too when I get frustrated if a reel does really well and something else doesn't. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You got to take your average over time, because just because you do something and a lot of people don't see it, sometimes it doesn't mean that because they're seeing your reel, they're really taking action. Or at least that's just the way I look at it.
Jennifer, so this wasn't my question, but I'll go back to my question in a second. So Jennifer, it made me think, I watched some of your Lenten, like not really the whole, but so if people watch your stories more than they watch your lives, and I have no idea if this is true, would it be worth doing them in stories, the live, like so you have to break them down and then saving them as a highlight for, I don't know, if you have a lot of story watchers, if you think that they would be more apt to get the whole message that you're trying to relay through a story every day, or I don't know. It's just, I'm just rambling.
even if she puts it in her feed, she can still save it to stories and then save it as a highlight. You could do a whole
True. You could do that.
Which would be, or a guide. They do that. You can do a guide together for Lent. This is a great. I was there yesterday. Do not lose these. They're wonderful. They're going to be great.
I did make a highlight. I don't have the option of guides. I don't know why, but I don't have that option. But I did make a highlight where I will dump them each time. But thank you.
I read somewhere that if you don't have the option for guides, but if you go to someone who does have a guide, and then it will offer you your own choice to make a guide. I haven't tried it, but I read that.
That is true.
I saw that once.
That's worth a
So
try.
go find a guide and then get the option.
For what it's worth, before we get too far, I went to my reels and I scrolled down to a live I did a long while back. And sure enough, it is there. Like I did it as a live long time ago. It is under my reels tab. I've been letting it play through while we're talking. And so far it's gone through a few minutes of it. It is continually playing. So I don't know if that's because it went on a long while back, if you do one now, will it stop it? Will it not say keep watching? I don't know. But this one's been here. It did put it, it's on my newsfeed as well as on my Reels tab. And it's still playing. And it's been going for several minutes now while we've been talking.
And did you originally record that as a live or was it? Okay.
I did. So I'm wondering if that might be the difference. Like, I'm wondering if you're just uploading a video as a post, if it won't play the whole thing. But I do know that my 2 lives are here under Reels and it's just going. But I don't know what'll happen if you post it straight up as a video. Like Amber was saying, that it might cut it off at that 90 second in the Reels tab, but play the whole thing in the feed. I guess we're going to be guinea pigs here.
I'm doing an experiment right now. I am uploading just as a post, a 3-minute video. And it says, keep Instagram open to finish posting. And it just keeps going and going. Like, it's taking it a long time. It's like a video that I did a while back that I never posted. And I will see what happens. It doesn't even have a caption or anything. So once it goes live, I'm going to delete it. But it's just an experiment to see what happens.
Ruthie, are you uploading it as a post or a video or a reel?
I am uploading it as a post right now to see what happens. Because I tried it as a reel and it did cut it off. And this is 3 minutes. So it's taking a long time to load. I'm thinking if you have a longer, like 4 to 5 to 7 minute video, it is going to take a while.
It took a little while yesterday when I posted it to Facebook. It was a bit.
So my actual question was, so we were talking about like posts versus reels. So a couple times I've done this, but not very much. When I load a graphic or like maybe a carousel post, I'm trying to think if it works for that. You know, sometimes it tells you like, oh, do you want to add sound to this? Or like in Canva, say, I'm really just creating a graphic, but you're using like one of the images that's moving in the background or whatever. Because I don't think it turns them into reels. It doesn't. But it's not necessarily, say, a post that doesn't have any sound. But does it like treat them differently or something?
In my experience, it treats them as a reel. At least it used to. I haven't done that in probably 6 months or more. But
yeah, anything that's an MP4 file. So if it has movement, it's an MP4 file. And if it gets loaded as an MP4 file and it moves, it's going to be loaded as a reel, not as a post.
Okay. All 3 minutes are here. And it's under Reels.
So it allowed you to do 3 minutes?
Yep.
So you posted
then what is happening with mine?
Huh.
Because it cuts mine off.
This is a video. And I posted it as a post. And now it's a reel. It didn't cut it off.
It let you go full 3 minutes.
It's a full 3 minutes on there.
Okay, mine will not let me do that.
It's just me working on my on my laptop. People are like, probably like, what on earth is she doing?
Just put the word test on the comments or something.
I don't know, Amber. Maybe my husband's fix for all the phone problems is turn your phone off and turn it back on again. Have you tried that?
Yeah,
sometimes it works.
That's true. I've had, yes. Ruthie's even suggested that to me. And there was something I would never, ever seem to work or change. And I turned my phone off, turned it back on, and there it was.
I have restarted a couple of times, but it's always good to restart. So I will give it a try.
Yeah.
Or it could just be Instagram being Instagram and saying that you get guides and I don't get guides, and you get to load 3 minutes and I don't get to load 3 minutes.
I say there's a 50-50 chance of either one.
And I thought I had heard in one of your teachings before, Ruthie, or maybe I read it somewhere else, that Instagram had changed the limitation for their videos, that they had, now you can do a video for any length and not only 90 seconds.
Yeah, that's what they said about Instagram. But the reels are still, the reel limitation is still there. Try it. I would fool around with the one you already have, right? If it uploads, then delete it. I just deleted that one.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay. Because then I can always take it off afterwards. Yeah.
This has been like nonstop conversation today. Y'all were into this. Like we were all trying to fight to talk. I love that. Whew, what a discussion. So lively. It was hard to get a word in edgewise. I love those kind of discussions in our mentorship. Experimenting with posting lives to your feed is a good idea if you aren't sure what your content will look like or how long it will be or how your audience will respond to it.
Posting a snippet of it as a reel can bring viewers to your next live as well if you're struggling to get followers to join in on those lives. We are continually learning the ins and outs of social media as it expands and changes, and we learn better together and continue to encourage each other as we grow our platforms. If you don't have a posse and would like to join mine, if you're not new to Instagram, you have over 1,000 followers, you understand the platform and grasp technology quickly, but would like more strategy and action for platform growth, as well as input from myself and my members, check out my insider mentorship and fill out the application. We'll put it in the show notes. At any rate, I'm excited to see what you do with this episode. If it helped you in some way, maybe clarified some questions you had about Reels or live video or any type of video on Instagram, and maybe it spurred you on to curiosity and going live, screenshot the show, share it in your Instagram stories, and tag me at Authentic Online Marketing Pod so I can see your feedback. I love seeing who's listening and reading your comments and questions. So let's get busy with video. Lives are still a powerful tool. Don't underestimate them. Experiment uploading pre-recorded video and see what works for you. Thanks again for listening. Until next time, remember to share your message your way in your own authentic voice.